Alright guys, we're back. Had to cut the video there. It was for 30 minutes anyway, and I guess that'll do for the moment. Now we're on the unit deployment stage for this battle. As you can see, it's a bit of an undulating hill battle. We've got our general's unit here, and he is right there in the front with his gold leaf and what have you. His powdered wig and his men. His drummer to his left. Alright, and here are our line infantry, our horse regiment, cavalry, and over here we have some more line infantry. We have one tank. Where is he? So here he is. He's on the edge. Right, so we are going to deploy in this fashion. The enemy is going to deploy in the town area, as indicated by this green outline. Alright, so we'll position our forces accordingly. All this line infantry can... yeah, we'll get them to line up down here. Now I'm not expecting this battle to go too long, and it will probably be a whitewash, because line infantry against militia and armed citizenry, it's basically a no contest. We'll get these units as well to line up. So where we fix our cannon is where it's going to stay. Now, as it stands, yeah, there's not much effectiveness it can actually do unless we maybe put it on this hill here, and even then its range isn't that great. So utilizing the cannons at the moment, it's probably not going to be prudent in this battle, because this red line here, that's as far as I can see. They might be able to take out a few, but most likely not. Alright, so we'll get our general in the middle with the horse cavalry, and we're right to start the battle. Alright, so there you see their flags in the distance. We'll get our guys to move up. Hopefully take this hill as quick as possible. Get them to run. We'll also get these guys here to move up, and we'll take the fields in front of the town. So there are buildings in the town that the enemy can occupy, like the farmhouse. I'm not sure about the church, but yeah, just a few houses around the town that they can occupy, and we can try and storm. It is possible to do that. It gives them a bit more of a defensive sort of edge. We'll get a general just to stand on the hill for the moment and oversee the battle. Right, so what the enemy is now doing is trying to set its troops up in the best defensive position. They've got these spiked kind of barricades that will disrupt any kind of cavalry charge into them. And they take out the cavalry quite easily. They're in a fair bit of disarray. I hear cannons going off. That's their cannons firing at my men. Yeah, so the cannons are here with a little kind of makeshift bunker. That's their general unit. So our lines in position, brilliantly, meticulously lined up. We'll get them to start moving in. Obviously those red radiuses are their field of fire, how far they can fire. Now this whole time they will be under cannon fire as they jump the fences. I mean, another stunningly rendered game. It's a little dated now, but in its day, I think in 2008 it came out. It was at the height of graphical technology, and the computer I had back then couldn't run it. Alright, get the second units to set up here. Them to run. Put everyone on run. They do get fatigued, but for this battle I don't think it's going to matter too much. We'll get our general and our cavalry unit to move around the back and hopefully flank them. Right, so I don't see, the AI is not the smartest in the world. It's general units standing here with its back to us as we advance. That's an interesting tactic to deploy. Alright, so here we go. We got cavalry units charging. So our men prop, aim, fire. So dealing a fair bit of carnage there. And they're already starting to waver. So that was the first cavalry charge that they tried to do. Didn't work out too well for them. So once again, we'll get our guys to move up closer to the town, put them on run. These guys, they're winded, so we probably won't get them to run any further. So they've got the high point on top of the hill. Also gives them added bonuses. Our cavalry is in position with our general. Probably swoop around, maybe from the rear, maybe from the flanks. Right, so yeah, they can use these units here to flank us or come around and take us from behind. So I don't think, yes, we didn't lose any men in that cavalry charge. The only men we have lost are probably from cannon fire. Like that. Alright, so they're just about close enough to start engaging. These guys are. We've got some armed citizenry coming in. We don't want to break the line too much, but what we will do is now swing the left flank around, put them in a bit of a crossfire situation. So these are the fire-locked armed citizens. Yeah, they're not very well trained. They're a bit higgledy-piggledy on the field compared to our line infantry, who are well drilled. And we do have the ring bayonets, so we can charge and we can shoot as well. So yeah, just staggered fired from these guys. They're not in any line. They're not, you know, well disciplined or anything like that. Alright, so from our left flank we are firing into them. We'll move this complete left flank around now, try and encircle them a fair bit. And then they march, put them on the, probably put them a little more like that would be better. We'll move our cavalry, where is it? There we go. We'll move them up. We did a charge. So if we move these guys in, we're going to start shooting at the general and probably take out those cannons, which is something you want to do as early as possible. So we've got cavalry here that's attacked from the flank. They're retreating now. They're 25 of 60, so they're less than half the strength of what they started with. Alright, so they've come around from behind as I expected. So what we'll do is we'll wheel these guys around to counter that. The cannons aren't engaged yet, but the citizens are. Here are their militiamen and their pikes. You can see the guys here with the big long sticks. Not that useful at the moment. We'll move these guys down off the hill as they move forward. Yep. We'll move our cavalry around. So there's the edge of the map. So we'll move them around. we'll try and use them to our advantage. Right, so we'll move this line unit up, because they're starting to... Now, see, these guys here have got a promotion through combat experience. So they line up, they get their positions, the drummer's doing his thing, firing. They won't last long. So we're basically engaged on all fronts, with a concentration here of militia. Alright, so here's their general, so we'll use our general and our horse cavalry to charge. They've already taken a casualty, and hopefully we won't lose our men. When an army loses a general, their other units are more susceptible to retreating. It is a little bit of a precarious situation having this far behind enemy lines. So there we go. We've just killed the enemy general. Click on it. So Johann Caspar von Belgrade, he's now dead. So now we'll start to see their units. Yeah. So a big mass panic. We can break off that fight now. We really don't need to be involved in that. So if we can try and maybe mop up some resistance before the end of the battle, because the battle will end momentarily. So yeah, all in all, a successful first fight. We charge into their ranks here, they're fleeing ranks. So we've got the victory. Victory is yours. You can choose either to end the battle now or continue playing to run down the routed enemy. Now, because we're only playing against Saxony, they only have the one town. So anyone in that town, if you win a victory after assaulting a town, everyone in the town is wiped out, so you don't have to worry about them. If you're fighting on an open field, you can choose to continue, you can run them down, because they can, the ones that flee can fall up again and attack you later. But we'll end the battle. It's a heroic victory. More loading time. This one, not so bad. Yeah, I think because I was converting one of my videos to high definition, kind of killed my processing power, so I've gotten rid of that for the time being. So, Leopold von Arnold Dessau deployed 1,396 men, lost 122. So we got 1274 remaining, and we killed 1,788 of theirs. So yeah, basically the whole... Well, that's everyone. No one's remaining. So we got a few units here. Mostly everyone got promoted except for the cannons. They weren't used, and the general, obviously, he didn't see much action. So now we have taken Dresden. We now own Saxony and all the spoils that go with it. Region captured. Your forces have occupied and now in control of this region, obviously. And a nation destroyed. So Saxony has been totally wiped out of the game. The nation has been destroyed. Its home region having fallen into enemy hands. A once great nation will become nothing more than a footnote in history. So all these buildings here are obviously have taken some degree of damage. So we will repair them. Where is our rake? Just think. Alright, so our rake is still here. He's still in Warsaw. So you got a 41% chance of assassinating Kazimierz Potocki. It's not the greatest odds. I mean, he can be captured and killed by doing this, but we'll give it a go. So, success! He was able to kill him. So that they're without a general now in Warsaw, Poland. Karl Moore has successfully completed his mission, assassinating an agent of another nation. He will be ready for new orders next turn. Awesome. So now their army consists of no leader. Best time to attack. So now we'll move Scholbitten down from Tannenberg. We should be... Alright, so looking at these forces here. This bar... It's a little bit deceiving. I mean, they do have numbered superiority, but they are basically fire-locked armed citizenry. All arms, so 3 units of line, cannon. So yeah, maybe I should have waited another turn and had a bigger force before I attacked, but not to worry, we'll continue that siege. Balthazar Fries can go and take Gdansk. So what we'll do is we'll siege Gdansk. We'll hopefully we won't take any casualties, or we won't have anyone attacking us. Like Königsberg still has an army in it. Now I might also get another general in here just to bolster the forces. So we've ended up with Lothar Blum, soldier from birth. He's 31 years old. He's also a 4-star. So not much going on for him. He's not good. He's not bad. That's okay. He's new. Right. So we've got this. We've got this fight here. We also got Arnold. He's converted 3% of the population to Protestantism. Now, if they do have Catholic monasteries, we can destroy them, which will make it easier for us to convert the population. Now, we'll fight. Yeah. So we'll assault. Loading time. Hopefully goes a lot quicker this time. Yep, there we go. Happy with that. So we'll have this. We'll fight this battle, and we'll probably end the video there. And I'll leave it at that for tonight. So you'll get more each day, unless I have extenuating circumstances that prevent me from doing any videos. But the content will come in as quick as possible. Alright, so this battlefield is much like Dresden. It's very undulating, with a bit of a town, not as big as Dresden. Obviously Warsaw is smaller. But we'll deploy much in the same way. So this big hill here is going to be awesome for us. Maybe actually, yeah, we'll deploy our cannons on the line. Alright, so we'll get a cannon here. We'll put 2 cannons. We'll move our general out of the way. So we get 2 cannons on that hill. Let's see, what have we got over here? Yeah, so we're looking down into a valley there. So we'll get that cannon there as well. And there, see that icon down there, that's the fire at will icon, which means that they'll, when they see someone, they'll start shooting at them, which saves me micromanaging everything. We'll get the 2 cannons, one possibly a little higher up here. And we'll put the cavalry down here, just as backup for them, and we might just get one more line infantry just as support for those cannons, because we don't want to lose the cannons. And these guys are good here. Put a general there. Now, we'll move these units to the side just for now, because unfortunately they can get blasted by their own cannon fire being that close. Alright, so we'll start the battle. Yep, so there they all are. We'll move the set of line infantry in. We'll move this set of line infantry to here. Our cannons are firing away. Move our general up. So they might just be out of range of our cannons on the hill. They are. Now hopefully they'll move up so we can actually utilise them, because as I stated before, we can't actually move those cannons once they're fixed, which is what they are. So we'll put everyone on run. Put everyone on run. Are you going to run or not? No, guess I'll individually do it. Right, yeah, so they're starting to fire away now. We've got a little bit of hill, this little knoll in the way is blocking a bit of their shots. Their cannons are firing back, they're aiming at our general, so we'll move the general out. We don't want to lose him. Yeah, so their line infantry's on the side, and the militia as well. So we may be up against it here in this battle. I underestimated their strength. There's the Uhlans galloping away. They're going to probably try and flank us. That's alright, let them. Because we'll bring our general over into this edge of the fight to help out the infantry. Now we'll get these horse dudes up the back, and we'll move this line infantry to here to start to engage. Yeah, like I said, they're moving around to the flank. They're going to try and flank the line infantry. So we might just reposition this line infantry back a little bit to face them. Cannons are pounding away. They're nearly in range of the guns. So we're nearly ready to fire. Cannons are blasting away. So this line infantry here, we got militia, so pikemen. So we'll move them. The longer the line, the more guns that they can actually fire at once. Right, so the Uhlans have decided they're not going to engage from the flank. We've got one unit of line infantry setting up. See, that cannon blast was awesome because that line was in a line with the line of fire. It's able to do the most amount of damage. So they're wavering because of the cannon fire. These guys are firing upon the armed citizenry. So we've split their force by moving the horse infantry up here. We'll get them to charge armed citizenry. Hopefully they'll retreat. Get these guys to move around a little bit. Alright, so the pikemen are deciding to go for a bit of the hand-to-hand combat. We're firing upon the Polish line in their red coats and their unkempt mustaches. Yeah, so the pikemen are starting to waver already because they realise they've brought sticks to a gunfight. Show you a little hand to hand. So we've taken out their drummer. So there's a little bit of the hand-to-hand animations, which are good. Here's our general. Get him to move up there. Alright, so this militia are starting to waver as well. Doing well. We'll move this infantry in. Still got the majority of our horse cavalry, have routed them. We'll get them to take on the Uhlans. Now the Uhlans are probably a better unit than our horse cavalry, and horse cavalry just ran through the cannon fire. 43, yeah, actually no, I'll withdraw them. I don't want them to engage. We'll get the line infantry to engage. Alright, so the poles are starting to break down. Get the general to move in. Hopefully he'll get promoted if he routs them. So we're starting to lose a few men from this unit. That's okay because we can reinforce them after the battle. Yep, so they're charging in, whole line, just about taken out. Well done. Alright, So then we'll now move this line around to take on that line. We'll leave the general there for now. Alright, so the poles are starting to collapse everywhere. Now wheel this line around to take out this armed citizenry. The Uhlans line. This horse regiment. And just mop up these rest of these armed citizenry. So all in all, we're doing well in this battle. And it is on medium normal difficulty level, so we don't have any more an advantage than what they do. We'll charge the militia with our general because I want him to get a promotion. So this line's lost 60 men. I'll just actually get those cannons to stop firing just in case they take out our general. So we'll consolidate these forces here. The general's routed the militia, can rout the armed citizenry. This unit's gone, so now we'll move these guys in. I don't think they've used the Uhlans at all. Yeah, so they didn't have a general. If you remember, we took the general out. So we'll get these horse dudes left, 37 men left. They'll come in and charge the armed citizenry. Don't have the best morale. Alright, so this line, infantry's down to 76, 4, 3, men, 2, 1. They're almost gone. So we just about won the battle. Oh, we've lost our general. Schollbitten. Oh no. Oh, what happened? Oh, I didn't see that. I did not see that. And they ran into it. And he's been killed. Silly me. So now I've lost my general. So I'm now probably more prone to retreating. But the battle is just about over. So that's okay. I don't think I'll lose from this position. We'll get these guys to move in. So yeah, amateur mistake. All those dead horses. My general's in there somewhere. Bit of a graphics glitch there. A few swords. Oh, nuts. He was a good general. I think he was like a 10-star general or something. Right, this line will take out the rest of the pikemen. Our horse cavalry's doing well. Oh, hello. Got some line infantry coming in from behind, all sneaky like. That's okay. We'll wheel around. So you got to be on your toes. You got to constantly be moving the camera, constantly be surveying the battlefield, or stuff like that does start to happen. All right. So we're in the cemetery, and those armed citizens are running for their life. Our horse cavalry's a little bit in distress. Yeah. So there's only 2 of them left. So we've basically lost that whole unit. And what we'll do is we'll engage the lancers in hand-to-hand combat, as well as fire upon the cannons and the horses with our other line infantry. Right, so they don't seem to have occupied any of the houses, which is good. Our men move in now. I've got 3 units. This unit in the trees, bit of crossfire. So we're charging the Uhlans, which is probably not the best tactic to do when you're so their commanding officer, it's not a general, it's commanding officer, Robach, has been killed. So the Germans have invaded Poland yet again. So we'll just fire upon. What we'll do is we'll fire and charge upon the cannons. Yep, the Uhlans are retreating. Now the cannons decide it's not worth it, and they're gonna evacuate as well. So I think that's everyone off the map. Yeah, pretty sure we've won this war. The pikes up here. Yeah, so we still have these units behind us. These routed line infantry. So I'm a bit annoyed that I lost my general. High star generals are hard to come by unless you've had a lot of combat experience. But lesson learnt, keep an eye out for these stakes, because they yeah, they are pretty deadly to horses. I just got to take out this unit and the battle will be over. Because all the other flags are flashing white, which means they're all retreating. Cannons are opening up on them. Probably get them to stop firing as well. We'll take out more of our own men. And we will own Warsaw. So we've gone from 2 territories out of the 15 we needed to now having 4. So finish loading. Alright, so we'll look at the statistics. Yeah, so we lost our general, we lost the horse cavalry, but these guys gained some awesome experience. So we were very outmanned. We lost 419. That's more than I would have wanted to have lost. We did kill all of them basically. We took a few prisoners, and now we own the town. So first things first, we're going to repair all the buildings so we can use them ourselves to deploy units. 4,000 builds for fortifications. Whoa, I want to, because Warsaw is a good gem to have. Look, I'll spend it. Region captured. Yep. And this would be notification of the death of Scholbitten. Alright guys, we'll leave it there. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned, because we'll continue the fight on Poland next time up in West Prussia. Until then, bye.